Welcome to the What's Your Truth podcast, the show that not only showcases the best of independent artists, but also explores what inspires them, what drives them, and what they consider their fundamental purpose as an artist to be. With me on the show today is Martin Crosby. A producer and an engineer, Martin is truly a one stop shop for everything music. He's produced across multiple genres, including hip hop, jazz, blues, soul, trap, rock, and a wide array of cinematic styles. A truly prolific and genius level writer and arranger, Martin's work can be heard across the airwaves on shows including the likes of The Real Housewives of Orange County, MTV's The Real World, Cribs, America's Next Top Model, Bad Girls Club, Guy Code, and so many more. Another fun fact, after meeting on a Facebook group one fateful day a couple of years ago, Martin and I have actually collaborated on a couple of projects, resulting in a pair of tracks that crisscross sonic highways between the world of hip hop and trap and the realm of rock. In my time working with Martin, aside from his incredible writing talent and undeniable producing prowess, both of which are observable even to the blindest of the blind, the one thing I love about Martin most of all is how easy he is to work with and how genuinely sweet and caring of a being he is. Always enthusiastic about working on the next thing, he is an absolute pleasure to work with, and it's my honor to be able to call him my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Mr. Martin Crosby.
Man, thanks a lot, Johnny. Appreciate that, man.
Hell yeah, man. I meant every word. Seriously, it's so great to work with you, and I'm so happy to have you here right now.
Appreciate it. It's good to be here, man. I'm glad you asked me.
Yeah,
Def-
definitely. Right on, man. Well, let's roll into it, shall we?
Definitely. Let's do it.
Awesome. So, my first question for you is how did you decide that you wanted to become an artist?
Um, how did I well actually I had when I was in elementary school, man, my mom had me and my brothers take piano lessons and we had to learn one other instrument. And my other instrument was a tenor saxophone. So I liked the way it looked.
Mm-hmm.
But I hated piano lessons, and I did that from elementary all the way through high school, and I decided I wanted to kind of produce and try to do it as a living when I was in high school. When I was in high school, I played with a band. We practiced all the time, but we never played anywhere because people were dropping out. But yeah, that's when I decided in high school.
Awesome. And then what was the first experience you remember having with music?
Um, I remember, after I was taking lessons and stuff, I got tired of, uh, playing out of the book. I wanted to play what was on the radio, and my dad listened to a lot of different music. I mean, he listened to like Nat King Cole to Elvis Presley to Beethoven, is a wide range, and so during that time, I was sitting there on the piano and trying to play all those different types of music by ear. And I
Mhm.
think that's why I like doing different genres because I grew up on that, man. And that was my first real positive experience with like, yeah, this is what I want to do.
Hell yeah. And that's so great that you had such a diverse background. I mean, that's a really wide range of music taste your pops had. So that's huge.
Yeah, and I got his records down here.
Oh, wow. Man, vinyl, the good old days.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Nothing like it, man.
No, there isn't. And who are the biggest influences on your work and why?
Prince is the biggest. Prince is the biggest, man. You see, I got the purple lights going.
Hell yeah, you do. You see, I
Uh,
got I got the purple too, man. I came ready for that.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, Prince, man. Uh, I liked honestly, man. I like BB King. The jazz, the blues. Let me see who else. Prince, man. There was a lot. Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis. Uh, man, I love Journey.
Yes.
Um, oh man, there's a few of them, man. And like I said, it's different genres, and I love getting in that creative mode and that feeling that music gives you.
Absolutely, and that's so true. It does. I mean, you get a good song, man. It just grabs you and sucks you right in, doesn't it?
Exactly. Exactly.
Right on. So, what's the weirdest thing that's ever inspired you?
Oh, the weirdest thing that ever inspired me. Um, I think the sounds, like, just sounds outside, whether it's birds chirping or whether it's you hear a train, just it could be anything that's like, oh wow, I can hear a little melody in that, and you start messing around with it. So stuff like that.
That's interesting. And actually, that's wow. I've never thought of that before, but you're totally right. Like just hearing a bird chirp, anything that's even remotely melodic can be an inspiration.
Definitely, definitely.
Right on. And how has your art influenced other people?
Um, I've done a lot of sync licensing, which I hope that it helps out with the shows and everything, brings more life to whatever project I'm working on. And actually lately, uh, kids have been inspired. Last year, uh, a lady hit me on LinkedIn and asked me would I do a Zoom or make a video for this uh, or middle school in DC.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, and we became friends and everything, and so I made a video talking about what I did, and they played it on several different middle schools in DC. And actually, and she said the kids were so inspired. She had a couple people in different, different that did different things. Somebody did makeup, and I did music and stuff like that. There was somebody who created apps, and she said the kids were most impressed by what I talked about, with the music. And so actually, next month for Black History Month, they want me to do a Zoom call, a live Zoom call with, I don't know if it's, a certain grade or whatever. I'm supposed to talk to the lady next week, the principal and the superintendent, and see what all, it's about hip hop, the 50th year
Uh-huh.
anniversary of hip hop.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, that's what they said. Yeah, I was like, "Oh, okay, I need to Google that."
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. So
jeez.
I know, right? So I'm gonna put together something, and she said the kids are excited about it, and they would like me to come to DC and actually come to the school and talk, which eventually I probably will. But right now it's just Zoom, uh, and I'm tripping because I'm an influence. You know what I'm saying? And especially to kids, man, because they're our future, man. And it's a lot of kids who are less fortunate, and they have to have something to inspire them and motivate them. So I'm glad that I can do that, man. I'm glad.
Totally. Oh my God. That's so true. And that's such a great purpose behind that. And also too, the power of the internet, man. Like that's so great. Like they found you, you're able to do the Zoom thing, like, and you're able to really reach so many people that way. And what a great example of that.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. It changed. The internet changed the game, man.
Oh my
You
God,
know,
in so many ways. And it continues to change the game over and over again. It's wild.
right, right, exactly, exactly.
Yeah. So do you have any pre-studio rituals?
Uh, yeah, I do. If I get a brief, well, even if I don't have a brief and I'm working on a project for somebody, sometimes I get in my mode by listening to old school songs, whether it's most time it's R&B or hip hop or pop, but I like to listen, just sit and just listen, either go on YouTube or throw some records on, and it just gets me in that vibe. And man, I may listen to stuff for about an hour or two.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah,
You really
because
spend
I'll
I mean, this isn't like a quick five, this isn't a couple songs. You spend like you really get in.
yeah,
It's awesome.
yeah, yeah, because I start listening to stuff and I start remembering other songs and I throw something else on, and then I'm ready to get with it, man.
That's awesome. Very cool. What risks, if any, have you personally taken for the sake of your art?
Oh wow, man. I'm in Atlanta now.
Yeah.
That's where I live, Georgia. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. I moved here for the music. I left everything, back at home and moved down here, and it was rough for the first like maybe 2 years, 2, 3 years. It was rough, man. You talking about somebody who's starving? It was crazy, man. It was crazy, but it was a big sacrifice. I'm glad I did it. I don't have any regrets. Um, but yeah, that was the biggest sacrifice, man.
Wow. How long ago was that?
I moved down here in 2001.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
So you've been
yeah,
down there for a couple decades, basically. That's awesome. Wow.
yeah, yeah. My mother was like, "You don't need to leave," because I have two kids, but they were young. But I
Mhm.
brought them down there with me, and they would stay with me for a couple months, especially in the summer, and then they would come home, during the school year, and I would get them on the holidays and stuff. But my mom, man, she was like, "You don't need to be going down there, da da da. You're not gonna make it. You need to go to college and get your degree, this and that." And I was like, you know, in which I did go to school, but I had to get out because my girlfriend got pregnant, so I had to get a full-time gig.
Right, right, right.
And then after that, things weren't going so well for me, man. And I was like, I gotta do something. And this is what I wanted to do. So I made that move down here, man. It's crazy because me and my mom didn't speak to me for a while, man.
And
Yeah, that hurt, man.
that's tough.
That
That is
hurt,
really
dude. I
tough.
was like, I was, yeah, yeah. But we were, after that, we was cool. But yeah, it was a big sacrifice, man. It was a big sacrifice.
Huge. Absolutely. And then what's the craziest risk you've ever seen another artist take for their craft?
Oh man. I had some friends that went out to LA to make it in the music industry, and a couple friends, and some of them are doing okay now. Some of them aren't. They didn't, but they would go. They went out there with no money. I remember sending them money every now and then. Uh, and they, when they was out there, man, they would sleep on the beach sometimes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they would go into subdivisions where houses were being built and break in the house and sleep in there. If they couldn't find a girl, they, yeah.
Yeah, that's the old joke. What do you call a guitarist that without a girlfriend? Homeless.
Yeah. Yeah. So they took some very big risk, man.
Yeah. No, I can't personally imagine that. That's wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what's one thing about you that would shock everyone to know?
Uh wow, let me see. I'm an introvert. I don't know if that would shock a lot of people, but I'm an introvert, man. It's a task for me to socialize.
Yeah.
Like we're doing is cool, but like with a group of people, I'm just like, eh. Like if my neighbors have a little get together, my wife wants to go, I'm like, and if I go, I'm like, I gotta have me a little bourbon, man, to kind of loosen up.
That is shocking to me personally because you've always been super social. Like anytime we've talked, so that is surprising, but I get it. I mean, that can definitely be overwhelming to have a lot of people around if it's not your thing. So
Yeah, yeah,
definitely. And honestly, I feel like that's fairly common with artists, particularly just because I mean, I don't know my perspective, but it's like to be an artist, you're in here so much all the time anyway, or you can be. And I don't know. It's just something I feel like I've come across with artists in particular. So I get it.
yeah, yeah. I know my brother, for example, my youngest brother, he's an actual artist. He didn't pursue it because he was too into getting high all the time, weed and all that. But
Hmm.
he, I love him to death, man. He's a real introvert. He doesn't like to go shopping. He buys all his clothes online, things like
Oh,
that, man. Yeah, yeah. but he's so talented.
Hmm.
He's crazy talented. So yeah, it's a lot of artists like that, especially if they're at that genius level, you know.
Yeah, like on a whole, they're playing totally.
Yeah.
So, what's one thing or one tool that you absolutely cannot live without as an artist, and why?
Uh, let me see. One tool. I'd say the keyboard, man.
Hmm.
Because that, that's what I play. And, I create everything on here. Without that, you know, it's funny because I know guys who are not musically inclined, and they, when you're, excuse me, in your DAW, they're drawing in the kick and the snare, and I can't see doing that, man. You know. So yeah, my keyboard, man.
Yeah, right on. I was gonna say there's a lot to be said. It's obviously there are people that do that, and man, there are some guys that are wizards at that. But I'm with you. For me, it's like, how do you get the feel, the live feel, without playing it on something? For sure.
Yeah,
Right
definitely.
on. So, what has been the most difficult piece of music for you to create, and why?
Uh, the most difficult piece of music. Uh, excuse me. Probably when I started doing music, children's music, like
Mhm.
for Nickelodeon briefs and stuff like that. Um, I'm used to it now, but it's something I had never done before. And scoring to a cartoon, and they want certain feelings in certain spots, and yeah, that's real.
Yeah, that's different, man. I can't, and that's funny. I've never even occurred to me, but it's true. I guess, yeah. It's like scoring anything else. You have to write music to a cartoon. That's very different.
Yeah, yeah.
All
Especially
right.
when there's a lot going on in the cartoon.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, okay, here's a fun question for you. If you were going to write a book about your career up to this point, what would you title it?
Oh man. Oh, that's a good one, Johnny. What would I title it? Uh Dreams Come True.
Amen. I like that a lot. And
Yeah,
yes, they do.
yeah. Dreams come true.
That's so great.
Yeah.
Um, okay, good. And then what are your plans for world domination?
For world domination, for everybody to love each other and get along, and all this nonsense is gone, man.
Amen, man.
You
And
know.
nonsense is the word, man. There's too much out there to appreciate, and it's just there's no time for the way people get at each other and the way that people like get stuck on all the little crap that doesn't really matter and just yeah, just I'm with you, man. Just people just need to love each other more.
Yeah, yeah, man. And this, we can still have different opinions and still love each other, man.
Absolutely. All right, and I have one more question for you, and just to revisit the introduction to the show. So, again, the show is not just about showcasing the best of independent artists. It's also about exploring what inspires them, what drives them, and what they consider their fundamental purpose as an artist to be. So, Martin, what's your truth?
What's my truth about the music, of course, right?
Oh, yeah, and as an artist, yeah, what's your truth?
Uh, uh, I would say, you know, to stick to be who you are. Be who you are. There's so many artists out here now that's copying other artists, especially in the hip hop community, and there's no versatility. And people need to understand that the truth is there's an audience out there for everybody. No matter what kind of music you do, there's an audience for you, and that audience can be reached because of the internet. You know, we can reach anybody across the world, and there's a fan base for every type of music, man.
That is so true. And that is a beautiful way of ending this off. Thank you so much for that. Wow, and just thank you for being here, man. It really is. It's an honor. It's a treat, and I mean, I just love you to death, and I really appreciate you being on the show, man.
Same here, man. Love you too, Johnny. And thanks for asking me, man. It was great. I was like, yeah, I was telling my wife, like, hey, I'm gonna be doing this interview on this podcast with my friend Johnny. And she's like, oh, really? I was like, yeah, yeah.
Awesome. And
Definitely.
so before we end off here, I did want to take 60 seconds and just kind of give you the floor. If there's anything you want to plug, 60 seconds of everything Martin Crosby. Floor is yours.
Um, Check me out at Clockwise with a Z, CLOCKWIZE music.com. I do music for all types of all different genres, different projects, artists, TV shows, video games. Holler at me. I'm open to network and collab. Make it happen.
Right on. Awesome, man. Well, again, thank you so much for being here. And for everyone watching, this has been the What's Your Truth podcast. See you on the next episode. Later.
Love you, man.
Yeah, you follow your own rules and you preach them on to me. But you don't think before you act, and you ain't got no business with me. You don't know. But tell me what's your truth? Oh, what's your truth?